Hey everyone, Tony D. Without Little Jones in the other room sleeping. I was going to live stream the Oscars, but I forgot that I don't have cable TV anymore, so I couldn't get the live stream going. I didn't want to like buy TV just to have the Oscars. I'm going to do it next year, and then we'll do super chat and the whole deal, assuming YouTube doesn't implode by then. So I'm just going to give you my Oscar picks, such as they are. I haven't seen all these movies, but I'll give you the quick rundown. I think a lot of this is political. I even though I'm a screenwriter, I became very disillusioned with the whole Oscars once I started getting daily variety, and every year they just lobby to get these awards. And I used to joke that Variety is the paper that confirms that there is no God. Because everything you read in there is just so disheartening and disabuses you of the notion of Hollywood magic. But anyhow, Best Actor, Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory, didn't see that. Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, yes, saw that. He's very good in it. Adam Driver, Marriage Story, didn't see that one. Hear good things. Joaquin Phoenix, amazing as Joker, and Jonathan Pryce, The Two Popes. Now, I didn't see that, but Jonathan Pryce is the oldest guy on that list, I believe. And although Antonio's kind of up there, but neither one has been. I don't think either one of them has been nominated before, so that's just a big enough honor as it is, just being nominated. So I don't think they're going to get it. If I had to guess, I think Joaquin Phoenix will get it, because really the Joker is just so him. I mean, almost every second of the screen is taken up by him. Maybe I'm prejudiced because I saw it and I liked the movie, but actor in a supporting role, Brad Pitt. Oh, they got winners listed here. Are they already? Oh, did they already announce it? Okay, yeah, Brad Pitt was my pick. Brad Pitt was my pick. We're already at 8:30, so they probably announced this already. Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He really deserved it. The rest of the guys, or Pesci. It either would have been that or Pesci or Al Pacino, because Pacino was due. Actually, I think Al Pacino was my pick. But Brad Pitt was amazing in Once Upon a Time. Best Actress. I haven't seen any of these movies. Cynthia Erivo, Harriet. Oh, that's for Harriet Tubman. Scarlett Johansson in Marriage Story. I can't pronounce that name. Saoirse Ronan in Little Women. Charlize Theron in Bombshell. Renee Zellweger in Judy. I think Charlize was nominated before. It'd be weird though for her to win for Bombshell. I don't think it did very well. Scarlett, I don't think has been nominated before. Harriet might win. That might be the woke pick. The Hollywood pick would be Renee for Judy. Everything's very woke these days. I'll go with Harriet. Cynthia Erivo, I can't pronounce that. I'll go with her. I haven't seen the movie. I'm sure it's good. Supporting actress, Kathy Bates, Richard Jewell. She's probably the winner. Laura Dern, Marriage Story. Scarlett Johansson was amazing in Jojo Rabbit. Florence Pugh in Little Women, and Margot Robbie in Bombshell. No, not a chance, Margot. You're too young, I think, to get it. And I don't think Bombshell's a movie they want to award. I would go with Kathy Bates. Animated feature, I'm going to skip that. Cinematography. No offense to I love cartoons, but I haven't seen any of those. Cinematography, The Irishman, Joker, Lighthouse, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think the winner is 1917 because it's all shot in one shot, and that's pretty impressive. Costume design, Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. For costumes, probably not The Irishman, probably not Jojo Rabbit. That's all pretty standard stuff. Probably Joker. Yeah, probably Joker. There's some... the Joker costume itself and the colors and stuff. Directing. This is a big one. Irishman, Martin Scorsese, Joker, Todd Phillips, Sam Mendes, 1917, Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Bong Joon-ho for Parasite, which I haven't seen. It might be Martin Scorsese's time. Might be time to give him one. I don't think he's won. I don't think so. He's definitely been nominated, right? Must have been. Let's see. Has Martin Scorsese ever won an Oscar? Scorsese, 10 Oscar, yeah. Yeah, so I think it's probably Scorsese's time. Although I think Quentin Tarantino did do a really good job on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he's been in the mix for it. But I think maybe Martin Scorsese. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Martin Scorsese. Gonna be my pick. Documentary, didn't see him. I didn't see the short ones either. Film editing: Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Parasite. I would go with Ford versus Ferrari simply because, it's a lot of car racing in that, and that just makes it tough to edit, tough to keep the eyes focused. Yeah, I'd go film editing. International film. Parasite's on international film, which is weird because it's also on a bunch of other ones. So, either Parasite and Pain and Glory too, which is the movie that Antonio Banderas is in. So I would say one of them is probably going to win, and not win any other ones. Makeup and hairstyling: Bombshell, Joker, Judy, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. No, they're not going to pick that one. 1917. Probably Bombshell, because they had to make those actresses look like the Fox girls. So I would say that. I'm surprised Bombshell got so many nominations. Crazy. Music: Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Star Wars: Rise of... come on. Although John Williams is listed, so I mean, didn't he win? Did he win yet for Star Wars? He probably should have. It'd be a shame if he should win for the other movies, really. Randy Newman, The Marriage Story. Huh. That's interesting. How'd he get in there? I think he's been nominated too. He does so many movies. I'll give it to John Williams. Original song: Toy Story 4, Rocket Man. Rocket Man's the winner. Rocket Man. Breakthrough, Frozen 2, Harriet. Rocket Man's the winner because it's going to be Elton John. They want to give it to Elton John. He's retiring. So, Best Picture: Ford versus Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. I've only seen 3 of these movies, but if I had to pick, if they give The Irishman Best Director, and I think they might, they're not going to give... I don't think they're going to give Joker Best Picture. I think they'll give Joaquin Phoenix Best Actor. I think it could be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because Hollywood is obsessed with itself. If I had to pick, it would probably be Joker out of the ones I saw. I hear 1917 is amazing, so it might be maybe 1917 deserves it more. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sounds like the right pick. Production design: The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Production design, I don't know. Jojo Rabbit did a lot of war-torn stuff. Irishman is just a lot of on-location stuff. I don't know if they built a lot of sets. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, they recreated a lot of stuff. Probably like Jojo Rabbit, because Jojo Rabbit's probably not going to get Best Picture, although it's great. So they're going to give it something. So maybe that. Short film, I guess skip those. I haven't seen any of them. Sound editing: Ford versus Ferrari, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Get out of here. It's going to be Ford versus Ferrari. so much car racing. It's makes it tough. Sound mixing. Ad Astra. How'd that get in there? Ford versus Ferrari, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think it might be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because they had a good mix of like music and things that were happening. There's a lot of music in old music in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I liked. Visual effects. Avengers Endgame is nominated. Irishman, Lion King, 1917, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Well, I know what I want to win. I want Avengers Endgame to win. I don't know if it will. It's the only thing it's nominated for, it looks like. So, writing, adapted screenplay. The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, The Two Popes. Man, I don't know because I see like Little Women to me probably shouldn't win because it's just they're just kind of doing the same exact thing. It's probably not adapted all that much. Whereas, Joker, they had to do a lot. I mean, they wrote a whole movie based around a comic book character. Jojo Rabbit, I'm not sure how much writing, was there a book? Was there a book for Jojo Rabbit? Maybe. It's good satire. If Joker gets, maybe Joker. Joker would be the one that would be the most work, I think. So I'm going with Joker. Original screenplay, Knives Out, Rian Johnson, no. Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Marriage Story is my call on that because that one is going to be, that one is probably the most writing. It's all story driven. That one's like total. I mean, they're all kind of story driven, but that one really story driven because it centers around a relationship. Whereas, 1917, I'm sure it's great and I hear amazing things about it, but it takes place in a war and that spectacle is part of the movie too. Whereas Marriage Story doesn't have that to rely on and everybody's raving about it. So that's just my gut feeling that they'll give it to Marriage Story. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is really good. If you haven't seen it, it's good. I mean, the twist at the end is weird, but it's like, well, I don't want to give it away. But anyhow, that's my Oscars picks. They're probably all wrong. Again, I don't really care about the Oscars, but sorry I couldn't live stream this year. Maybe next year when I'm a little more technologically advanced in the YouTube area, and I'm sure little Joan misses you all. So that's it for now. See you tomorrow.